Oh, we are back. Oh man, it feels good to have a POE 1 league coming out. I thought I would throw in a practice run. I tried to run Veil Lightning Strike, and I'm not really a melee player. I know that side of the tree pretty well, but I'd never played Veil Lightning Strike, and I was so lost when trying to do it as far as like an efficient playing style. And often when people ask me how I level through the campaign so fast, I'm like, oh, I'll just follow a basic minion build. And then I tried that Veil Lightning Strike, and I was completely lost, and I was like, man, it's such a bad advice to be like, oh, well, just follow basic minion build. So I figured I would do a quick Act 1 through 5 campaign, so you can follow along on League Start or maybe practice along before League Start if you plan on watching some other stream, um, and try to help some people out in getting through the campaign quickly on League Start. Um, so first things first, we're gonna grab a regex real quick. If you don't know what this is, it's just POERE.RE, and then we'll go to vendor, and we're gonna be looking for a blue, blue, red, two of them ideally in the first act. We'll take a 10% movement speed boot, and if we can get a +1 fire wand, that'd be nice. Although I doubt it will happen. Um, and yeah, we'll run through Acts 1 through 5. I hate SRS Acts 1 through 5. Um, it is my least favorite build to play until Act 5, but once you get to Act 5 and you get Unleash and you get your Spectres, then the build just completely takes off. So we'll do that real quick. Go to Act 5, and then nothing really changes once you get to Act 5. You pretty much just keep the same gear until red maps, honestly. I haven't streamed in a while, so give me a second to get caught up here. Let me exit. I don't have a timer on, so I'll try to keep the time accurate. Try to pull up chat here in case anyone joins. I was gonna do the whole 10 acts, but I just did them yesterday, and I've also done quite a few practice runs, and I'm kind of burnt out on the campaign, to be honest. But man, I am excited for this league. It looks like a lot of cool shit is coming out. My only worry, not to like start this out with a negative thing, but I'm a little worried that currency is going to be a little too easy to get, to be honest. Like it looks like this is going to be a super juiced up league, and that we're going to be rocking mirror gear within like the first week. But aside from that, I think it's going to be a super fun league. There's a lot of cool things to explore with the uh, new league mechanic that they're bringing out. I think it's going to be insane juice. My plan is still to run tier 17s on hopefully day 2, maybe day 3 at the latest, and then from that straight to Titanic Exiles as soon as I get the Wraith Lord and maybe a Cluster Jewel. Um, I'll try and kind of talk a little bit about the campaign as I go through here. On Brutus, you just want to circle counterclockwise around him, and he can't hit you with his auto attacks. We're gonna grab. I like Freezing Pulse. You can do Magma here too. I think Magma is a little bit better, but I'm only gonna use this spell for the first part here until level 4 when you get SRS. I've tried to use Rolling Magma and Freezing Pulse a little bit longer. It's kind of the same times, to be honest. I'm not a huge Freezing Pulse fan or Rolling Magma fan. Um, I like Freezing Pulse. It just doesn't do that much damage, and Rolling Magma, I just don't like the playstyle. So um, it's about the same times if you do Summon Raging Spirit. In my experience, as soon as you hit level 4, well, we don't die here. That would suck. Most of my time through the campaign, I skipped a bunch of leagues, and I think they changed like the layouts a little bit. That's one thing I noticed I was struggling with while going through. I could go a lot faster if I knew the layout differences like this here. You never ever used to go down back when I played a lot of campaigns. It was always like just straight to the right, and not such a big deal, on like a single zone. But when you're going through a bunch of zones and you don't know any of the layouts, then it can probably eat a good like 30 to 60 minutes by the end of the game. I don't kill anything on that first zone. I try to get the zone level a little higher than my character level, so you're getting max XP. Should probably put a skill point in here before I get swarmed by Rose. I got no life last, so I'm probably gonna die here. Just try and move in circles so they don't hit you so much. Oh, nice. I also forgot to vendor check for a blue, red. But I've had a couple unlucky streaks where I got no movement speed boots and I got no 3 links, and you can still clear in about, I don't know, 28 minutes, even under bad luck. My dodging is not optimal right now. Tried a couple things. I think I just like to run left through the intelligence there and try to rush up to the minion damage as soon as possible. I try to go on the other way with the spells, and I'll usually do that if I'm going to keep um, uh, Molten fucking the spell. If I'm going to run the spell through the Act 1, then I'll go up the spell side, but um, if I'm going to go SRS, then I just try to rush around through that intelligence and get up to the minion damage as soon as possible so you have some extra damage for Brutus. I want that. Yo, glad to see you back. Yeah, man, it's good to be back. I was struggling to find some stuff to play, man. I lasted about a week in POE 2, and I was like, dude, this shit is just not it, man. Especially coming off of Freshia League. I think Freshia League might have been in my top. It might have been my favorite league of all time, dude. It was such a fun league. Freezing Pulse is 0 DPS. But yeah, going from that into POE 2, yeah, it was a bit rough. Did not enjoy. We're gonna grab nope, Phantasm here. We're gonna pick up Holy Flame Totem and Shield Charge. We'll take a look, see, beautiful. Pick up Raging Spirit, Frostblink. Try to find another one, see if we get lucky. Huge. All right, we're good to go. Um, Need to hit level 4 before we can use all this. Need Frostblink for the zone. I try not to kill too much shit in the zone because everything slows you and it's just an annoying zone to go through. But I need level 4 for Frostblink. Dun, dun, dun. I also need to find a shield here soon. Just throw Phantasm in there for now. Actually, I guess we could double them up. That'd be good. And then Frostblink in here for now. Get our totem rolling. Just drop your totem. When you run into big packs, you just drop your totem and maybe a blue pack. I'll try to kill, especially since they don't freeze me. They have energy shield and fire resistant. No, we're gonna skip that then. Use your Frostblink to do a little damage early on. It's not a lot, but on these early levels, it's not bad. Ideally, I really want to try and find a better mana flask before Brutus. If you don't, then you got the town portal out of Brutus, and I don't always have them. We'll try. I'm the dude that couldn't get into PoE 1 because of WASD, but you told me I'd get used to it, and you're right. Cannot go back to PoE 2 anymore. Put like 600 hours into PoE farming 2 mirrors already. Yeah, man. I'm curious to see like what's gonna happen, right? With the PoE 2 thing. I think the PoE 2 thing got so popular just because they made it 10 times easier for a new player to get into, and PoE is such a it's kind of a lot to digest when you first get into it, right? It's PoE 1 especially, and they did a I'm gonna die shit. They did a really good job at making it a lot more new player friendly, getting through the campaign and kind of getting used to all the systems. But it is absolutely just a shell of what PoE 1 is at the moment, at least. I think they'll get it there eventually, but it's probably got a couple years before it's like badass and I get excited to play it. I think maybe a year. Who knows? We'll see what they do with it. But yeah, I don't think it's not too tough to transition from the mouse clicking to the WASD. I thought the same thing when going to PoE 2. I was like, dude, I'm never gonna get used to this WASD, but I don't even like from the beach. I already felt used to it. It wasn't that bad at all. I forgot to put on my Quicksilver shit. I don't really know what other minion build would play as fast as SRS. That may just be because I've ran so many gauntlets as SRS that I'm very comfortable with it. I tried Absolution a bit. It just didn't feel right to me. I it's too awkward to try and keep your guys up as you're moving quickly. Um, but it does feel a little bit better on the bosses early on. As soon as you get to Act 5, then this shit just cruises. I think I was doing like 15, 20-minute acts as soon as I got to Act 5. But getting there is the problem. Act 4 especially. SRS feels a little weak until you get Unleash. And then also in Act 5 you get your slave drivers. And I've made some changes to my tree to be able to keep them alive without ever having to resummon them. Try to skip most things unless it's like, these guys are spreading out too much. I think I just move on. Unless it's a big white pack or a blue pack, pretty much just skip them. Drop your totem, cast some SRS, and then move on. You'll get the experience from pretty far away. We got here Contempt. I don't think I'm really all that strong to pick up essences right now. It'll take a while. I'm not super concerned with having like the most fast league start of all time. Like I think 4 hours is plenty. Um, I did get pretty lucky right around Act 4 with that run for the colors of sockets I needed. So, but even if you can get to like 4.5 hours or something like that, it's so big on a league start situation for um, getting you into maps. Like the faster you can do everything, the more insane currency you can make because like the people that get to endgame first, like, you can just snowball your currency and it just keeps going. Like the faster you can get to tier 16s, the faster you can get to tier 17s. Most times when I play this build, uh, I'm trying to do like tier 17s day 2, maybe day 3 if things go poorly. This is a dangerous area here. I might die. Fuck. I thought there was a door back there. That boss there with all the lightning arrow. It's a rough spot. level am I? 7? So as soon as you get to prison, you can get melee splash and minion damage, but you need level 8 for it. But melee splash is pretty big for your clear. I should have used the waypoint to go back and grab it though. I'm gonna use the portal now. It's too focused talking. I wasn't paying attention. You find it so hard to get below 5:30 in campaign times, dude. I honestly, if you just started POE 1 and you're at 5:30 campaign time, I think you're doing fucking great, bro. Like, I think anything within like 6 hours is awesome. Like if you're at a 5:30 campaign time, then I would probably practice your Atlas progression more than your campaign time, personally, because that's the next important step. Being able to get to tier 16s quickly. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go get that melee splash, and also might pick up added. You get added cold and lightning here as well, so we'll try and grab that and melee splash. And I want. Damn, it's 3 wisdom scrolls. Okay, well we need it, so it doesn't really matter. That was all my wisdom scrolls. Shield charge. We'll throw in added lightning. You can do added cold as well. It's also probably stronger, to be honest. But I didn't have the soccer colors for it. Need to find a shield soon too for the shield charge. And I need to find a spot for this frost blink. Perfect. Wait, where'd the shield charge go? Oh, I have it in. Tripping. Yeah, that melee splash makes such a big difference. If you find the little corridor in here that opens up, it's like a flat wall, and you can hit the lever, and there's a strong box in there. And a lot of times it'll give you a second Quicksilver Flask, which is really nice. This is what I mean about my layout knowledge. I could increase these times so much if I knew where the hell to go on these new layouts. I don't think they're new. They're just new to me. But I already got level 8, so I'm just going to try and get through here. I'm going to have to portal back for mana flasks. Not the ideal way to play. I should have killed a few more minions or enemies to refill the flasks. Sapphire ring good for boss. Try and pinch him between your totem and you. Oh shit. Thought that was the wave. He wipes all your minions on this. This is definitely not the best Brutus kill. I'm fucking terrible. You need to resummon your totem when he starts doing that slam because he kills it every time. fucked up. Oh, I have another portal. Thank God. Before leaving Act 1, I want to try and grab a... I want to try and grab Infernal Legion. I'll probably pick up Vitality and Clarity. Infernal Legion is just for Skitterbots. When you get to Act 2, it'll help you clear a lot. And I'll usually run that pretty deep into Act 3. Try and hit 12 by Merveil. Um, it feels pretty rough if you don't hit 12 by Merveil and get some levels on your Summon Raging Spirit. I've noticed she just absolutely deletes your Summon Raging Spirit. That was one of the biggest reasons why I tried to stay Spellcaster until the end of Act 1, is because she just absolutely wrecks your minions. But I've kind of figured out positioning a little bit to where it's not as bad. But as well as positioning, you also need a decent amount of levels on your Summon Raging Spirit. I've started taking melee or increased area of effect here for the melee splash. I'm pretty sure it works, although it's kind of a new thing that I'm trying, so I'm not positive. I don't feel like you need the accuracy quite yet. I think you have a 100% chance to hit at this level. Yeah, I think this build is going to be so insane. I'm still kind of hesitant on whether I want to make a... I don't know what I want to do, man. I kind of want to make a Wretched Defiler's build guide, but at the same time, it's just such a competitive build that I don't really want to, like, hand feed it to people. Because I think I run the risk of some newer players giving it a shot and not having the best time. Like, you can sit on Forged Frostbearers for a long time and still do really well. But for the actual Wretched Defiler swap, there's just a couple of key items that you need. And I think if even like, I don't know, let's say I put out a video and even like 5,000 people watching something small, and of that, 200 people decide to play it, um, then like the uniques that you need to get the build up and running could just be impossible to get for your average player. Like, I'm usually pretty ahead of the pack on currency, and I don't know. I don't know how. I think I'll give ideas for it. I don't think I'm gonna do like a spelled out Wretched Defiler's build, but I'll give out some ideas. I think make a video where I talk about your options, because there are some other things that you can do outside of the Eyes of the Great Wolf Amulet. I've tested the Blight amulets that have 50% lightning to cold or fire conversion. Level am I? 11? Nice. But those combined with the Timeless Jewel could be decent. You can also use the 20% conversion shield. Yeah, there's just a few options that you can use if while you're waiting for an Eyes of the Great Wolf to drop. Try and put that down. That didn't work. Fuck. Just hoping she wouldn't freeze me if she grabbed aggro on that. Actually, shouldn't have went that way. Oh, heavy belt, nice. Alright, so before leaving this act, I want Flesh Offering. If you can get Flesh Offering up and running, it's insane. I'm going to try and take a Vitality, a Clarity. What else did I want? Infernal Legion, which I think actually might be a quest reward over here, but I'm only so good at the game. Clarity was a quest reward. That's right. Take Flame Dash. Let's see if these have movement speed. They do, but they're 26 dex. Maybe I'll go into the dex now then. Save this. Save this. I really want to get this Flesh Offering up for the boss. So I'll have to kill a few of these guys for that level 12. Oh, do I have a slot for it? Oh, shit. And I've not been picking up any fucking items. Whatever. Hopefully I find something. Blue boots or gloves for Flesh Offering, but if not, it's not the end of the world. I might actually swap it out with added lightning damage for the boss, since I don't have oh, I have it right there. Never mind. Nice. Get the movement speed boots on. Got level 12, so I'll just skip through this whole zone here. Try not to get blown up by these guys. I don't know if I like going to the dex first or not. I really want to get to the minion attack and cast speed item reductions affect you, so my shield charge gets a lot faster. But what I noticed is I want to stand kind of far away and strafe left and right, and I also try and put the totem behind her. So I'm hoping she aggroes that, and then all the raging spirits in front of her don't get targeted because she AOE's all that shit, all the SRS. Need more. Oh, I don't have a portal. Well, that's not ideal. But she kills all the SRS when she shoots that little frost shit at you, which is really annoying. So she's just kind of an annoying kill. Sometimes, yeah, like right there, she'll start to target the totem. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Getting the sapphire ring helps a lot on this fight if you happen to find one. This fight alone is like the reason I kept trying to do spellcaster all the way through, and I don't know. This is a pretty terrible Merveil. SRS just does not do well on it early on. Let's see. It didn't feel like a very good act, to be honest. 26 minutes. Okay, that's not bad, actually. I'll take that. I don't usually stop for rares. I think they take a little too long to kill. Personally, I just like to stop for like large white packs like this, and then squishy blue packs, or like squishy to medium squishy. If something's got like extra life on it, or life is ES, that kind of thing, I don't really like to take the time to stop for it. Um, I was doing a different path through Act 2, and I watched Tai Tai Killer stream, and I saw the path he was taking, and I think it was a lot better than mine, so I adapted it, and it definitely seemed to improve my time a bit. You want to do the bandits last. Previously, I was clearing this whole right side, and then I would clear the left side, but it's not the move, which I didn't think it would make that big of a difference, but I listened to him explain why. Uh, it works out better the other way. It's based on the experience you get, based on the difficulty of the zones and stuff, so I gave it a shot and it definitely improved my time a bit. Dude, Anime Guardian, oh man, there's so many things that are just gonna make. So, like, I was already clearing T17s on day two, maybe day three. I'm kind of forgetting exactly. And when I say that, I mean, like, I fucking play, like, an absurd amount on day one. So, we'll call it, like, 30 hour, 40 hour to get to tier 17 rather than day one or day two of the league, because not everyone can fucking play all day long like I can. I always end up, if I'm not working, then I can play forever. But if I am working, then I end up taking the day off of work to have a good league start. Um, but you're able to clear T17s like day two, day three with just Forge Frostbearers and SRS and a 4 link. And now that you have Mercenaries and Animate Guardian, that won't be a huge waste. Is this no, it's not. It's wait, what I don't remember what quest gives me Skitterbots. It's a lot of clearing Act 2 though. But anyways, I think you're going to be able to get into tier 17s like pretty damn early. And the reason why tier 7, well, there's a few reasons why getting into tier 17s early are good. One, it's just the best currency you can make. Like if you can get in day 2, then the ziggurat maps are like 30 chaos a piece. Containment scarabs are usually like 30, 40 chaos a piece. Like it's so insanely cheap. Your profit margins are massive. And then if you're able to get your build to a place where you can kill Katarina in ziggurat, then you'll have access to being able to get the Wraith Lord early, which if you haven't league started minions or specters on a league's on day one of a league, day two of a league, that Wraith Lord just doesn't exist. And if it does exist, it's like 15 divines. It's hyper expensive. So you really want to be able to farm your own. And then also, once you get it, your speed doubles in T17s. And so you're able to farm other ones super quickly. And then you can start selling them and make an absolute killing off of the Wraith Lord early on, as well as cheap containment scarabs and strongboxes and all that shit. And then you can snowball that straight into Titanic Exiles on like day 4, day 5. You'll catch a lot of deaths early on in Titanic Exiles and probably T17s as well. But I'm missing. I knew I went the wrong way. I needed to go over in this area here for the. Oh wait, no. What am I saying? I'm so inefficient of a player while streaming. It's insane. Like I'm terrible at thinking through random shit while streaming. I was thinking the labyrinth was up on that level. But yeah, the whole point of what I'm saying is you can snowball like crazy. Like you can make multiple mirrors like the first 4 or 5 days of the league if you can push the limits of getting into tier 17s and Titanic Exiles and shit, which is certainly what I'm going to be doing, but I don't think it's going to be the best based on the video I saw. I think that those, what would you call them, like strings of maps you can do where your maps are buffed or whatever. Dude, those are going to end up being so profitable. I don't know if I'm going to be the one to explore them, but whoever does, I think is going to make absurd amounts of currency whenever they discover the right way to juice those up. pop that strongbox actually. Is it him? Who's holding? Oh, it's this guy. Worth. Trying to rush this here. Spiritual Command. It's very, very good for keeping up the speed of your shield charge. And in my opinion, I think shield charge is probably the best way to improve your times is just making sure, damn it, making sure you're using that all the time. And keeping it fast. So much so that I run the library in Act 3 just to pick up faster attacks for it. Which, I don't know if that's the best or not. Where am I at here? It's up there, that's right. I think it's worth it to pick up faster attacks, but the library takes so damn long to do. And you do get it in Act 6 regardless. So I don't know if it's worth it, but I think this time around I'm going to try to pick up haste as well. Again, just for faster shield charges. Since we're not a melee build, we need to find attack speed elsewhere. Oh, dude, he got tormented. It's unfortunate. Dude, I don't even have the fucking damage to kill him with the mana I have. What makes him tormented? Like, why would he get tormented? Just random? Alright, I think I got my skitterbots now. They're pretty helpful with the clear. Is it not now? I'm forgetting. Oh no, it is now. Okay. Just to get desecrate here. There's a couple other things I'm gonna want from this area. Oh yeah, so now we go left here instead of writing down, which is what I usually did. I'm gonna go rush Weaver. Grab Ironheart for some damage, although I'm not planning on killing too many things here. So I could throw all my clarity for some help with the mana. Take that. Jesus Christ. I haven't used Animate Guardian in so long, I'm kind of curious how expensive a Kingmaker is going to be early on. It's probably going to be so expensive now that I think about it. Because everyone's going to be using an Animate Guardian. But you can still do cheap shit, like Leer Cast is a great 50%, I think it's 50% free minion damage. And since you can't kill them now, it's well worth it to go out of your way to pick up a halfway decent one. And then most likely my plan is once I get Wraithlord and have to drop the Animate Guardian, then I'll be looking for a support mercenary to take oh, it's fire resistant. Looking for a support mercenary to take the Animate Guardian's gear and buff my minions. Try and get like a Kingmaker on him, a Leer Cast. Eventually I'll change the helmet out to something influenced that's a little more expensive to buff the minions. It's been a long time since I've used an Animate Guardian, so I'm forgetting off the top of my head exactly what it is. But I think there's nearby enemies take increase elemental damage or something like that on like Shaper or Elder. You can put on a helmet, and I'll have to figure out what I want to do for the gloves and boots. I know there's some good buffs that you can get there as well. This is a great little node to take here. Your little attack, cast speed, strength. Minions deal 15% damage. I always pick that up before moving towards spiritual command. Oh, we got skitter bots now. Need to link it with Infernal Legion, which I have. Nice. Frost Blink we can drop. Clarity back on. Oh, dude, the Fire and Night resistance is brutal, man. I didn't realize that's the tag they had. Takes so long to kill. Hey, where's my Flame Dash? We'll drop that for now. I need to get some different boots that have a blue socket on them. I only want 2 green sockets at the most. One for faster attacks later, and one for Desecrate. My shit's all messed up. Okay, dude, what the fuck? Take this off, put this in. Jesus Christ. Need some boots. Some movement speed boots with blue on them, or else my sockets are going to be all jacked up. Oh, I still have it. I don't think that regix is going to work because I think it only looks for 10%. I don't know if it will look for 15%, which is what you get in Act 2. Infernal Legion is really nice on these skitter bots, just for a little extra clear like that. Just gives your SRS just enough little extra damage so you can just cast a couple and then move on and you should get the XP. Probably not on those guys, they're a little tanky, but on most monsters. Minion damage here. And also the plus zombies plus skeletons. I don't plan on using zombies for quite a while. They just don't really stay up well enough yet. I'll probably start using them around Act 4, linked with Feeding Frenzy. Which is around the time I'll start using my Spectres as well. Extra life. Use a few extra SRS. Muttering of Fear. Yeah, of course, we'll take that. Get our Desecrate up. It's probably too many red sockets for me to use, but shit, it's this way. I think I put it in the notes of the POB in the details that I made for my friend exactly what you need from each act. I do think I forgot one or two things, but on this act we're looking to pick up Control Destruction and Elemental Focus before we move on, which I usually just hold in my inventory until I pick up Slave Drivers later in Act 5. Anything else I want here? I think you can pick up Minion Life too, but a lot of times I don't have the sockets to fit it for a long time, but eventually I'll link it with Carrion Golem and Zombies and Feeding Frenzy. But I gotta get pretty lucky if I have enough sockets for it, on top of the sockets for SRS and Spectres. Alright, now we're going to do the bandits real quick, starting over here. And the reason we path the way we did is so we have better XP to kill these guys. Oh wait, why did I go this way? I still need to get up here. I was thinking about doing that one. It is nice to have the essences for, if you find your 4 links later on and they're white, but I don't think I really care for Torment. It's fine. Please tell me you have... Have you ever played Stormburst Totems? No, I don't think so. I'm not really a big totem guy. I do like totems, but as far as like league start situations, I'm always looking for something that's like really, really fast. Um, Not that SRS is a fast build or minions in general are fast, but Wretched Defilers are one of the fastest minion builds I've ever played, which is the only reason I'm starting minions. Um, but yeah, totems are usually pretty slow. I was looking at Ghazi stuff. I think he's running skeletons. I've played mage skeletons before, and they're cool if you want to do like blight or simulacrums. Um, but they're very slow mappers. Totems are usually very good at um, Sanctum though. If you're a big Sanctum guy. Not that I would promote that degeneracy. don't know why I talked to half those people. See, like this shit right here, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Back when I played last, you would just go straight up, but the path was going straight left. So shit like this really slows my time down. I'm pretty sure it's to my left. Am I gonna make a build guide for the T17 viable defilers? I'm not entirely sure yet. I was just talking about that a little bit ago. Wait, am I? I'm fucking retarded. I just had to follow that road. Um, my fear with doing that is that like it's super hard to get them up and running for cheap, and like if I make like a build guide that's spelled out for like a newer player, I don't think they're gonna be able to make the currency needed because it's such a competitive build due to how hard it is for the items to get the items needed to swap a lot of times. So I think I need to play around more with the Blight Amulet that has the 50% conversion and see like what that feels like. 'Cause if I can make that feel really good, then I may do it. But when I'm running defilers, I'm not running defilers when I'm doing T17s on a league start situation. I'm usually running Frost Bears is how I usually run SRS and Forge Frost Bears inside of a Bitter Dream to clear my first tier 17, and it's a pretty slow and painful clear until you get the Wraith Lord. So I want to pick up a few things here. Do Elemental Focus. We'll do Control Destruction. Minion Life. And is there anything else? I think that's it. Melee Fizz. I actually didn't know that was sold here. So I'll probably use that as well. I can swap that out on... Oh, that's insane. I need better boots. Like I haven't streamed for a while. I keep talking about something and then changing topics and forgetting what I was talking about. Pick Spiritual Command, your shield charge like doubles in speed. It's so much better. But yeah, Forge Frostbears is usually how. Around the time I can do a full convert to Wretched Defilers is around the time that I'm switching to doing Titanic Exiles, and the only reason I'm in tier 17s from that point on is for farming 8 mod maps. Um, I also don't really love the life version of Wretched Defilers. I played it a bit, and it just doesn't feel as good as the Energy Shield variant, CI variant to me. Although I did do Titanic Exiles with it, and it went fine. Like, I made a shit ton of currency. It was just, like, very hard to do some of the more challenging rituals, and you just caught a lot of random deaths. It was pretty rough to get the defenses where you needed them. Fire resistant. And the problem with using the Blight Amulet is you probably want to use the Timeless Jewel that has 50% conversion from Elemental. Let's see. Probably use the 50% conversion amulet, but you can't go CI when you do that because it makes all damage bypass Energy Shield. So, the Eyes of the Great Wolf is like the big problem with Wretched Defilers. It's just like so challenging to get early on and hyper competitive. And like that's not even talking like a global defenses one, which is by far your best in slot, along with the conversion. That one early on, like That shit can run you like 50 divines on like day 4, if it even drops that early on. So you'll get a generic one early on with just a conversion, nothing else beneficial. Ideally, you want to get something else beneficial. There's a couple other ones that are decent. I think the regenerate life one is good, even if you're CI, because you can use, Zealot's Oath. And while playing through Freshie, I found that regen was like actually kind of insane on the build. There's also a physical damage reduction one, which is very big. Don't overlook your physical damage reduction. I try to get it on Watcher's Eye. I try to get it on the Amulet if possible. It's just very good against Titanic Exiles, because they do a shit ton of physical damage. Although it's not the primary thing that kills you, I think Fizz's extra Ellie is the biggest danger, but physical damage still hurts a lot. So that's a good Eyes of the Great Wolf. And I think that's really it. Global defenses, physical damage reduction, and regen, life regen are like really the only decent ones in there. Super hard to come by early on. So kind of hard to promote a build and be like, look, here's a spelled out build guide, and if you're new to the game, you can also do this build, and then a bunch of people play it, and no one can get the amulet. You know what I mean? So I probably won't do like a very detailed build guide, but I'll try and do a video where I give some people some ideas and just like my general progression on how I get to tier 17s of Titanic Exiles within the first few days. And it'll be more of an advanced player's guide, because I'm not about ruining people's league start, you know? I think I've been killing too much. In general, you kind of want to stay like 2 levels under the zone. Just so you're getting the maximum amount of experience. The only caveat to that is I try to kind of catch back up for the end bosses a lot of times. Specifically like Mervale and Dominus. You really want to be like level 34. Although I think he's a level 33 boss, so yeah, stay 2 levels under. That's what you're aiming for. If you find yourself at like the same level as the zone, just stop killing shit and keep moving. French Fair, what's up, brother man? Long time no see. Where do I want to go here? Probably start moving towards the extra Spectre. I gotta think about that. I might be forgetting something. I want to put that wand on, but that's what I have linked together. I could drop Holy Flame Totem here soon. Dude, what's up with Discord, bro? Like, the Discord feels so intrusive now. After that last update they did. I need to go into the settings and turn all that shit off. It's crazy annoying. Ready to have your 3.26 expedition subverted? I hope not. Yeah, I think 3.26 is going to be insane. I'm going to farm a few mirrors in the first few days and get just like a Giga OP minion build, and then I'm going to do a lot of messing around with the new League mechanic and the Atlas string shit. I think it's going to end up, I bet you people are going to just drop like fucking mirrors off that shit. Am I going to complain heavily early on as usual? I feel like I don't complain. I think the only thing I complain about is POE 2, and I think those complaints are warranted. That game's kind of garbage right now in comparison. Did I complain about Fresh yet? I didn't. I know I didn't really like love Fresh yet the first couple of days of the league, but then it turned out to be my favorite league of all time. I just burnt all my mana pots and we haven't even started the fight, dude. This is how you this is how you speedrun right here. Okay, I actually think I need to burn a portal. I was getting attacked in chat, dude. Wasn't thinking. You can't make me not complain. Oh, people are gonna. Oh, I thought you said. I think you said, "Am I gonna complain heavily?" My bad. Um, I mean, it's POE, right? Like, it's a bunch of middle-aged men. There's bound to be some whiners. I feel like I did pretty bad on this act. 58 minutes. Yeah, that was a very, very bad act. You can do it a lot quicker, for sure. Where did I get caught up for so long on that? Maybe it's just I was talking and not paying enough attention. Golem looks a lot like a trap. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. The one that stuck out to me, well, plus two golems looks nice. The only benefit to that is you get plus two golems early because I think they removed the plus one golem from the other passive, right? So it's like that doesn't really change. But to me, on that tree, the thing that stuck out the most was the Herald shit. But I did mess around with Elementalists and Flame Golems in Act 4, and dude, they do so much damage, it's insane. I just didn't run it any further than that, so I don't know how much the damage holds. I have no idea what it looks like in maps, or even through the rest of the campaign. Second, because the Merc 1v1 will be overtuned. Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, it probably won't be overtuned. I think people just constantly forget how bad your character is on a league start situation. Like, because people get, so used to the strength that they had last league or whatever, um, that they forget just how weak you really are on a day one situation. Um, but because of that, I think you're 100% right. I think everyone is going to whine about the mercenary for the first couple of days, and then they'll actually get like some spell suppression and gear, and they're going to be easy. Awesome, I catch you. Looking forward to your league start and progression. Hell yeah, Alexa. Yeah, I probably going to try to do a 24-hour stream. We'll see. I'm sure I'll play POE that long, but I don't know if I feel like streaming that long. We'll see. See how I feel. I'm gonna go pretty hard this league though. I didn't mean to click that. Jay from the future. Dude, let me move, please. I don't know if I want to kill those. Tanky. This fight kind of sucks for SRS 2. Honestly, every fight sucks for SRS until Act 4, or the end of Act 4. Your damage like basically triples once you get Unleash. It's so hard to keep up the number of Spectres you need until then. I was gonna go that bad actually. Sometimes she just obliterates your Spectres. I need a better mana flask though, again. Are you going T17 Exiles on day 2 again? Saw a past video of it. That is the plan, yes sir. Probably more like Tier 17's day 2, ideally. And then Exiles like day 3 or 4. Tier 17s are a little easier to do than Exiles. You need a few more things in line for Exiles. You need to get your clusters at least. That's really it, actually. You need a strong cluster. Um, actually, what I don't know. I kind of just play it by ear. I played minions enough that I don't even know if I could tell you what I do. I just kind of do it. But you need more damage at the very least, and you need your defenses to be a bit better. Ideally, I would like to get Mage Blood before Titanic Exiles, which is probably what I'll do. Um, and I'm sure I'll be able to. Not much has changed since the previous leagues. If you can run early Tier 17 containments on like day 2, it's not very challenging to farm. 100 to 200 divines. Oh, you need your wand too. That's right. You got to get off the Bitter Dream and get a +1/+1 minion damage cast speed wand. You also need Doriani's. I tried to do Titanic Exiles with Forged Frostbearers, and yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't try to do it really with this shit here. This shit here has been a lifesaver for Titanic Exile, the Indomitable Army, and +8 max res. It does a couple of things. It makes it so when your minions move, they don't take extra bleed damage, which is big against Exiles. And then also gives them +8 max res, which is also big. It essentially gives your minions spell suppression, which that was the only way I was able to keep the minions alive in like 130% pack size in Brescia League. So if you can keep them alive at 130%, you can certainly keep them alive at like 100% or whatever the max pack size is in a regular league. Yeah, the wheel's cracked for Defilers. Yeah, I mean it's cracked for. I never really used it before until the Fresh Year League, and then I started trying to. I tried to push up the pack size, and like I was just getting obliterated, or my specters were, and that's when I kind of discovered how strong that was. The other thing that really messes up specters is chain. One of the um, one of the exiles chains, which is really brutal for both your specters and you. So much so that I guess I can't look at my um, whatever the hell they're called. The thing that makes it so you can't be chained. I think you kind of have to take that for specters early on to run exiles. You're gonna play bow this league? Oh, dude. I just stopped in on Bubgun's stream for a few seconds before I started and saw the feud between him and Snoobe about bows. That shit was funny. Playing snaking? Wait, what's snaking? What do you mean? I'm a noob. I'm Team Rue on this one. Rue doesn't like bows either, right? I mean, bows are pretty bad. I tried a bow league start. Bows are one of my favorites. The only reason I'm playing minions is because of Wretched Defilers. Aside from Wretched Defilers, I haven't played a minion build since 3.17. I think minion builds are fucking. They're usually dog shit at mapping, but Wretched Defilers are insane. Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. Oh, okay. The rest is Matt best. Melee is overtuned. I think you're gonna see spellcasters. I think the elementalist changes are pretty big for spellcasters. You're certainly gonna see a lot more of those. How behind am I right now? I'm not paying any attention. Yeah, I didn't even look at the melee changes to be honest. I don't care if melee goes 7 times faster than everything else. I just don't like melee builds. They've never been that fun to me. I don't even pay attention to the changes that they do to them. I like minions, but only if there's a build that maps super fucking quick and I don't have to press that many buttons, like Wretched Defilers. But it's pretty rare that they have that. So I usually play either bows or spellcasters. I'm dead. I forgot what level I'm supposed to be coming out of the docks, to be honest. Essence of Woe. Isn't docks 27? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm forgetting. I hope it's not 27 because I'm not even close. We're gonna go to 26 and call it good. I know Dominus you want 30, which is usually pretty easy to get if you do the trial before you kill him. And I think you want 28, 27 or 28 for Piety, but I don't remember. I'm definitely not a perfect campaign runner, that's for sure. But I try to at least keep a competitive time. I also feel like I'm forgetting something on the Atlas or passive tree. But it doesn't really matter, I guess. Damn it. Got the strength, but nothing else really good on that. Slow running with speed running in reverse. I kind of am this run, that's for sure. I had a pretty rough act too. But if you do what I'm doing, only better. You can go faster. I don't know what made my act. I think I got lost a couple of times. Ooh, shit. I still need to figure out how to put that on, which this should do. Oh, but it's ugh, fuck. I need to practice for real. At 8 hour acts, I take a break around act 4 or 5, the league start usually. Yeah, for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, you pretty much got to go straight through, no breaks. But it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, honestly, 8 hours is pretty good too. I'm just a sweaty fucking gamer. Like, so I'm always trying to stay ahead. But even if you go moderately fast on league start, there's still tons of opportunity. My brain is toast by doing everything mechanically. Yeah. I'm also a little fried. I just did that run last night, and I'm definitely feeling a little fried from doing the campaign right now. It's not the most exhilarating thing. I will say trying to do it faster does, like if you're trying to race yourself, it makes it a little more exciting, I guess. I tried Reaver a lot too. I think I want Dexterity. But I kept trying to do Reaver. The thing I hate about SRS the most, like Acts 1 through 3 are kind of annoying. We'll take Elemental Weakness here for the combination of shit later. Um, since we're going to be using Lightning and Fire with the Specters. But yeah, I tried Reaver to try to help with Act 4. I don't know, Reaver just sucks, dude. What level am I? Oh, I'm super behind. Uh, this fight's gonna be bad. Yeah, this will be interesting. Probably gonna get my ass kicked here. Z DPS. Really don't want to go back to town for mana. Nice. Need to kill him for your Race Spectre. Yeah, I kind of want to look at some Reaper builds and see maybe if somebody has tried something different than I have to make them effective. Because they're like almost good, but they're just not at the same time. Like, it doesn't seem worth it to swap it around for Act 4. They themselves do decent damage, but they just kill your other minions' damage. And I don't think it makes it worth it. I forgot to turn these in. I want to see a good Reaper only build. Yeah, I would love to see one too. I want to get this recurve bow. Ooh, not the place you want to die. It's a long run back. Damn, I want that one too. I got a couple things I need sockets for. I want to get this to 1 red. Oh, that's a little more risky. I want to get this wand up and running too, although I can't link it. Oh, it's not linked. That's right. Shit. Huge. I still need to turn these in. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Eating all my inventory space. Yeah, Reapers are cool, man. I wish they were a little bit better. I would love to play a Reaper build. You know what I tried? I was messing around a lot with a Primal Crush Claw build because the restrictions for getting it going into tier 17s early on are so much less. But dude, I just like I use the most giga insane gear, and it just wasn't. The end game of it doesn't get it to where I would want it to go. At best, you can squeeze like 40, somewhere between like 40 and 60 million damage out of it with like the best gear possible. Also, you can't see anything on your screen. It's just like endless tidal waves. Not ideal. Not that Wretched Defilers is much better, but somehow Primal Crush Claw was worse. Imagine just Corrupted Blood or a Fire, a Ground. Wait, oh shit, I missed something. Trying not to die here and have a 7-minute run back. Should get level 27, 28 here. I think I'm doing alright. Just probably on pace. Should get it off this blue pack here. Assuming a Merc is a AG 2.0 that your gear, I don't see how you make them tanky without Node and Atlas or Gem. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it'll be too. I think I'm gonna try to find just like a tanky one and put on like Learcast and Kingmaker and all that shit. But we'll see. We'll see if it'll work like that or they'll just die too much and you have to like actually tank them up like an Animate Guardian. Piety, please. Unbelievable. She's so good. So much better than me. Respecter, yes. Turn this shit in finally. Aren't I missing something? Oh wait, if I finally put this wand on. Hell yeah. What do I want to link? It'll be Unleash eventually. So let's give him like added lightning for now. Sure. I wonder how much Svalin is going to be day 2. That was what I used to do T17s initially. I think for T17s I wanted to get the +3 Spectre Amulet, Dragonflight, and then I wanted a +1 or 2 helmet, and I also wanted Svalin. I don't think you need Svalin to do them, but it does help a lot. And if I remember right, it was like 5 or 6 divines early. Although, is there still going to be a Starfall crater? I assume so, right? That'd be funny if there wasn't. But not the end of the world. You can do it without you can do it without Svalin. Am I tripping? Shouldn't the what is going on? I'm lost. Lost in this maze. Thought the trial should have been over there, but I guess I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've been trying to do the library recently. I don't know. It takes so fucking long, dude. I can't really fit haste either. I guess I could drop skitter bots. You know what? I don't even have the sockets. I'm not going to do it. Let's go X6. Or I'll get everything X6. You can't do the library though to pick up faster attacks and like haste and shit. Also feeding frenzy. But I don't even know if it's worth the time. I haven't been very proactive about finding a green-red link. Uh, I'm being fucking sad. I do need to do the trial though, because I'm pretty far behind in levels here. I think I'm gonna go this route. You don't really have any mana issues if you go down to that early on. Pick up that mana regen plus clarity. If you don't pick that up, then you start to have mana issues. It's a bit low for this. I may just be getting myself killed and wasting a bunch of time. We'll see. You can refer to the past. Fallen will be really rare. Yeah, I mean, it was expensive. I remember when I picked it up, it was pretty expensive. But the amulet is usually like, well, it depends. Like, if you can get in early, then you can usually get it for pretty cheap because nobody else has currency. So if you're like a few hours ahead, then you can usually have currency when no one else does. You can pick up some of this stuff for like a couple of divines. Um, but the longer, the longer it takes you, then the more people you're competing with, basically. Um, but either way, I think Svalin will be expensive. The bigger one is the Dragon Plate. Ideally, I want to be able to pick up like the first one that hits the market, or one of the first ones. A lot of damage and survivability for your minions. The Svalin I can get by without. I need some mana. Either for Bitterbind, point shield early on. I'd have to look up which one that is. The one that I'm most excited for is the one that they showed in the showcase with the Spectres. I think it's going to be insane. Um, I don't know which one will be better yet. The +1 Spectres or the Spectres fire 2 additional projectiles. But dude, 2 additional projectiles on a Spectre is insane. Depending on how common that is, like getting that on Forest Frostbear, if they all shotgun, holy shit, that damage is going to be nuts early on. And then same with Wretched Defilers, depending on how it looks. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be double damage or triple damage, I mean, or not. It depends how they shoot. Um, I'll probably try both out, but I think that's going to be the best in slot shield for sure. But even if the projectiles doesn't work out, you just get the +1 Spectres, you know? It's like a straight 15% damage multiplier or something like that. But I'm hoping that each Wretched Defiler hits with 3 of the projectiles, or oh shit, even at least 2 would be insane. Alright, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm scared. Like if it works out to where like 2, I mean 3 would be insane, but even just 2, and your damage, you have double damage, like holy shit, dude. It'll be like one of the best builds in the game. Wretched Defilers as of right now, I think are one of the best early game builds. Like for the power levels, defenses, and damage that you can get early on in comparison to other builds, I think it's like top tier for that. But I think other builds surpass it with more gear, like a few mirrors worth of gear. But if it works out that those Spectres firing 2 additional projectiles makes it so that it hits with 2 of them and it does double damage, and I think it'll be one of the best builds in the game, both defensively and offensively. We'll have to see. Oh, that's big too. Damn, a lot of good shit from that. Skeleton Mage at the back of the menu? Yeah, slow though. Very slow build. Yeah. Evasion, I don't really want to re-roll this. I'll use this for something else later. Put minion zombies in that maybe. No movement speed on anything, dude. Need to get rid of these. Open prefix though. I might craft movement speed on these. These 3 green slots are no good. Remember Libra Mages were meta? Yeah, I think they got really popular in like 3.19 to like 3.21 or something, I want to say. Somewhere in that range. And then they got nerfed to shit. But even back then, they were very slow mappers. They were just very strong at bosses. I played them quite a bit because I think back then Simulacrum was kind of a big deal. Not a big deal, but like it did well currency wise, and they were super strong in Simulacrum. A Syndicate medallions tradable? I can't remember. I'm not sure. I There's not much I don't know about this game as far as like the league mechanics go, with the exception of Betrayal. I have just never enjoyed Betrayal, and I've not taken the time to learn it either. Whenever I run Betrayal, I just always click the right option. I never run the safe houses. I'm actually so excited about this league and them changing it so you don't have to run that for your crafts. It was such a chore every league as a Betrayal hater. Been a while since I played. If you want to use the glove mod that converts fire to chaos, do you still want increased fire stuff on gear and links? Yes, that would still work, yeah. I would assume. You increase fire damage and that fire damage gets converted to chaos. It should still be good. Um, the only thing that wouldn't help you is stuff that reduces the enemy's fire resistance and shit like that. That is an interesting glove enchant. I was thinking something like Original Sin with that, but I might work on that later. Not a league start situation. Dude, this Cyclone guy just deletes SRS. This is like my least favorite boss to fight. Can I get anything to help this at all? Take that eventually. Not really. This fight's not too bad. It's just these first two guys. It takes so long to kill sometimes. They hit hard as hell and they just delete your SRS. It slows this fight down a lot. Or do you want increased chaos? And yeah, I think increased chaos and fire would work in a situation like that where you're converting, right? Because if you increase fire damage, then it should convert pre. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Don't take my word on it, but I think in a situation where you're converting fire to chaos, then you can take both increased fire and chaos damage, and you'll get the benefit from both. I'm pretty sure. What is going on here? Oh my god. Sitting here reading chat, waiting for shit to spawn. Oh shit, I wanted to go into mana. Yeah, actually I kinda wanna do that now. I lost my desecrate when I changed my boots. Gotta find some dead things. SRS single is quite something. Yeah, it's decent. It's definitely not the best thing for sure, but um I don't mind the single target, and the clear gets insane after this act. it becomes pretty well rounded once we clear this act out and pick up Unleash. I'd say your damage probably doubles. It's hard to get more than like 10 or 12 SRS, even if you're just like spamming it until you get Unleash. It's the Phantasm? Yeah, dude, the Phantasms are going crazy. One thing I learned about this axe, I actually need to start killing some more things now that I think about it. This axe can get so brutal if you don't stay up in levels. Like, it's very, very rough. I've had this act completely kick my ass sometimes. And then once you clear this act, uh, it gets so much better. This build gets like twice as good after we clear this act here. But yeah, I'm level 30. I need to start killing a bunch of shit. You can farm Aqueduct a bit. Um, yeah. You're 100% right. There's a lot of XP in there. Generally, I just start killing more things while I keep progressing through the campaign, or yeah, through the campaign, versus going back and repeating zones. Are there any SRS specific uniques that could help with leveling? There are, yeah. There's some really good ones, but you'll never get them on a league start situation. The amulet that gives them a bunch of flat damage is very, very strong. As well as... What's going on with this guy? Oh, extra life. As well as the 1,000 Ribbons armor is really good. That's pretty much good for everything, though. Is there anything else off the top of my head that I can think of? Those are pretty much your two biggest ones. You can pick up 1,000 Ribbons and the amulet that I can't think of right now that gives your guys a bunch of flat damage. Those are probably the two biggest things that you can do for picking up speed, you know, aside from like the 50% movement speed boots and onslaught helmet and all that shit. Yeah, that one there. But you don't want to run it forever because I think, if I remember right, it converts all their damage to a specific type and eventually it becomes worse to wear than other shit. But early on, it's a powerhouse for SRS. I forget, you get Carry On Golem in here at some point too, which boosts the flat damage for your SRS. I don't remember. I think you get it once you do the two side zones here. I'm pretty sure. But I don't remember off the top of my head. Just lean into Cold with Hatred and Frostbite. Doubles my damage for Axe. Oh, okay. I could see that. Probably the way to do it. I still like. I feel like I'm a level or two behind where I should be. It's that fire zone, dude. Like the fire zone is so brutal if you get underleveled with this, and then the boss is just like impossible. You just obliterate your SRS constantly. Did I find another four-link somewhere? Oh, I did. Oh, that's right. It was evasion though. Oh no! That's a long run back. I saw it coming. I tried to flame dash, but I got stunned. Where am I at right now? Yeah, that's pretty rough. Not the worst, but I got stuck in Act 2 for just way too long. Um, I think ideally you want to... I finished the Act 5 around 2 hours and 20 minutes. Acts 1 through 5 are definitely a little bit slower. Once you get through... in Act 6, you can do like 15-20 minute acts. It's just these first four that are painful with SRS, in my experience. You get it from the quest here in the mines? Oh, okay. I don't know if I have a spot for it yet. I could drop Holy Flame Totem at this point, I guess. It's not really doing much. There's no blue packs in here at all. It's all just rare, big ass dudes. Scary. It's so much safer if you run Determination. Did I not have 2 points? I thought I had 2 points. I could probably get zombies up now at this point, I think. But I didn't do the library, so I don't have Feeding Frenzy. And I can't remember off the top of my head if I can buy it somewhere else. I think it's only library. So I think they don't really do any damage. I think it's just like a defensive option. Seeing more and more people recommend Ma. Thought I was being a hipster. Ma was really popular for a while, a long time ago, and maybe even more since then. I did miss like 4 or 5 leagues or some shit. I missed a lot, so I don't know what builds were popping during that time. But I know it used to be a big one back in the day. I never really tried it myself. It looked a little weird to me. I wonder how challenging Maul would be to get on a league start. Would you just like run Cemetery all day? Isn't that where the card drops? I think so. At least it used to. Act 1 is always the most painful for you. Absolution plus Skellies get you through Act 2 to 3 pretty effortlessly. Stop doing SRS, too painful. Yeah, I don't know. I tried Absolution too because I feel it. I'm not a huge fan of SRS either in those early acts. But Absolution is more painful for me, personally. It's just so hard to keep them up while running through the zones. Either that or I'm just terrible at it. I mean, that's very possible too. I don't practice it enough, so maybe I just suck with it. Is this totem doing anything anymore? Oh, it actually kind of is. Where am I at? 35? It's not bad. I think I'm doing pretty good here. And they have like 20-second duration, just cast it once to get them up. Uh, yeah, I'm probably bad at it to be honest. There's something about the playstyle that I've just never enjoyed, and so I haven't played them very much. But um, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to. How fast are you able to get through with them? Have you timed it at all? I know their single target damage is insane. Like Merveil is so much better with Absolution, but they always fall off while I'm shield charging and flame dashing around. I probably don't kill enough enemies with them, I guess, as I'm moving. And it seems like you go through periods where you just don't hit any packs and then they fall off, and you gotta sit there and spam cast it on enemies until they come back, and I'm gonna die. Holy shit. I almost just left. That would have sucked. 20 minutes each for Act 2 and 3. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I don't think I get that with SRS. Maybe I'll have to try it again. I'll have to practice like an Act 1 through 3 with Absolution and see how it feels. I absolutely love SRS once I clear this act, but I'm in the same boat as you. It's painful until then. I've got about a 25-minute Act 1, and then if I'm hyper focused and paying attention, usually around a 30-minute Act 2. And I want to say probably a 30-minute Act 3. Herald of Purity works well with Absolution. Yeah, yeah, I actually forgot about that, and I did not use it when I tried it. I got about halfway through Act 2, and I was like, I'm not into this. I don't want to use this. And I had tried it in the past, and I already kind of had like I wasn't super into it, so I didn't give it a very good effort this time around, to be honest. 36. That'll be alright. I don't actually remember what level I want to be for this boss. I just know if I'm not leveled enough, he's horrible. I think a lot of times I'm like, oh, I get unleashed as soon as I finish this act, and so I try to rush through it and I don't kill enough things, and then the act ended up taking me forever because I got underleveled. It's worth it to take 3 minutes to do a veil area. What would you veil though? What do you want to get veiled? Is it worth getting the totem support for bosses? I don't know. I haven't tried that. I feel like Holy Flame Totem, I mean, I'm using it, but it's kind of not that strong at this stage. I think I'm just pressing it more out of muscle memory than it actually being viable, to be honest. Actually, now that I think about it, I should just take it off. Just a wasted cast time. Actually does nothing past like level 10. I feel like it's decent in Act 2 a little bit, but yeah, around Act 2 it starts to fall off pretty hard. It's pretty worthless. And I should have taken it off my bars like a while ago. Yes. Where do I want to go next? Oh yeah, that's right, we'll go up here. I start working towards the Indomitable Army right around now, so that we can pick up Spectres in Act 5. That hit hard. Oh, I lost. How did I lose Flame Dash? Did I change something out? Why did I randomly lose Flame Dash? I should get carry on now, huh? Pretty sure this is where it's at, though. Well, somebody else said it was a different reward. I haven't tried Absolution with Skellies, though. I would be more interested in trying that. Um, Pick up Unleash. Carry on. If I put carry on, though, we can put it there. Oh, I never picked Zombie up. It's here somewhere. Still don't know if they're worth using yet. Until I pick up Feeding Frenzy, but get them leveling, I guess. I'd like to get a green socket somewhere for Desecrate again. Flesh Offering is huge. And I don't think I can use it on whatever the last boss's name is. At least the first phase of it. Malachi. This boss is so brutal, dude. Actually, not that bad. Okay. That's another one if you're underleveled. Your SRS just gets deleted the entire fight. Do like 0 DPS. I must have been way far behind. The last time I went through, I went through underleveled, and I don't know what the fire boss's name is, but him and then Piety just, dude, it was like it felt like a 10-minute fight each. I just my minions were deleted the entire time, but both those weren't too bad. Can I pick up? No. Let's hoping I could pop Flesher Offering from the enemies out there. Guess I could just use it before I go in. Oh, fuck. I don't even have it socketed anymore. Shit. Dude, she's bending bullets around the corner. What is this? I haven't been leveling my Spectre. Oops. I might go buy a new one. Dude, where did my Flesh Offering go? Oh, there it is. What's the main difference between Necro SRS and Guardian SRS? Great question, dude. I don't know. I haven't played Guardian, to be honest. I haven't even really looked into it. But maybe somebody else knows. I'm not sure. Trying to fix my shit here. Chill out, dude. I need more sockets. I don't have anywhere for specters right now. Your specters go stupid on this fight. You have to actually go walk over by these things here, or else your specters won't target them. Not specters, raging spirits. Y'all knew what I meant. What else did I want to grab here? Got unleash. Oh, I want spell echo. That's right. Yes, sir. Nothing. Did I grab the skill point? I think so. I think Guardian's a lot of potential, but the QOL is bad. Oh shit, we got unleash. Nice. Yes, sir. Added lightning, we can delete. Can you get Feeding Frenzy in the axe somewhere? Or is it only libraries? Anyone know? I feel like it's just a library in Act 6. Ooh! Stop stunning me, dude. What the hell? Like 4 stuns in a row. Where are we at here? I think I'm behind. 2 hours, 4 minutes. Yeah, I'd have to. This would probably be more like a 4.5 hour run. I don't think I can clear this act in 15 minutes. Like I'm taking a lot of damage right now. I won't be able to pick up the specters until I get Indomitable Army. There's no point even pulling them out because they'll just keep dying, and you just gotta waste a bunch of time resummoning them. But another thing I found out is you don't want to link them with minion damage either. The life reduction is too much early on, and if you don't link them with minion damage, then they don't die, pretty much. I think Act 5, you might lose one in one spot, and then after that, they never die. Get those slave drivers, yes sir. I think I'm gonna change this around. We carry on golem. Re-zombie I'll put over here. Flesh offering. Put here. Minion life I'll link with zombie actually. And then we're gonna do Spectre, Control Destruction, Spell Echo, and Elemental Focus. No movement speed again. 21 strength. Is that enough? Nope. Oh, no wonder I was getting my ass kicked. I forgot to put melee splash back in. I was wondering what was going on. That felt so awkward running through there. How far are we? 3 more. Take out the spell echo though, so you don't pollute your specter pool. Still waiting for the day that you can clear your specter pool. It's like the worst part of playing specters, dude. Oh, it's so much better. I felt so weak coming into the act. I was like, what in the hell is going on? Completely forgot to put melee splash back in. Slave driver, please. Oh, the other one's already dead. Yeah, I don't even think they're worth bringing out until you get Indomitable Army. Alright, actually, I'm gonna try one more time. Try and keep more SRS up to keep him healed through the minion life passive. Oh, I also forgot to level them too, so they're way behind. It might be worth it to go back to Act 3 and pick up a more leveled gem. You need to find a green, green, red too. Faster attacks is, oops, such a quality of life on your shield charge. Just like twice as fast, it feels like. I feel so squishy right now, dude. What the hell? Level 40? I rubber banded a couple of times there. I don't know if I just played bad or it was rubber banding me back in their attacks, but I feel like I'm not moving in time right now. Definitely over leveling though. Yeah, okay. I am just lagging. Fuck, dude. That little stutter keeps throwing me back in their attacks. Just try to get out of the zone now at this point. I'm not going to kill anything else. You go eat some food. What's a good Sunday food? Maybe some Hawaiian food. That sounds pretty damn good. Teriyaki chicken and fried rice. It's like 95 degrees out though. Kind of don't want to go outside. Euro? Oh, maybe. Euro's pretty damn good. I haven't had one in a long time. Does sound pretty good. This zone, even if you like were to get Indomitable Army by this zone, I think this zone kills your Spectres a lot. And then also the zone that you go to right after this also kills them a lot. So I think they're kind of a waste of time to bring out until then. And then after that, I don't think I ever really lose them again until the end of the campaign. I'm kind of curious how slave drivers would do on T-17s. I haven't tried them running the Indomitable Army yet. And that Indomitable Army is like night and day for keeping your Spectres alive. So I'd be curious if they would work. I don't think their damage would beat out Frost Bears though. Like, there's no way, right? Just because of the shotgunning from Frost Bears. Dude, if multiple projectiles on that shield makes Forged Frost Bears hit 3 times, like, dude, Spectres might be insane. I gotta start thinking about some other Spectre options now. Not that I think Wretched Fires would. Their clear is just so insane that I don't think they could be beat. But for like single target damage, there's got to be some insane Spectres with Spectres fire 2 additional projectiles. This is not the most annoying boss in the campaign. I can't stand this boss for some reason. Well, not for some reason. It's because there's 9 fucking phases. That's why. I did a T17 Ziggurat on a 100C Frostbearer some hours ago. You can cheat your damage early game with leash of oblation and oh really? I'll have to look into that. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I really like this build. I mean, aside from like the end game version, Wretched Defilers, uh, being like just one of my favorite mappers of all time. I also think that the progression in the T17s is just really strong with Forge Frostbearers. Um, but I've only tried it with Bitter Dream, and I would say a bit more of an investment, around 5 or 6 divines. I would say, maybe even 10 divines. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Actually, kind of want to copy and paste that so I don't forget because I want to look into that. Yeah, anything I can do to get a better T17 on like day two or yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah, Leash lets you run all offerings for easy block cap and crit scaling. Anathema lets you use 4 curses so you can get free damage for low investment. Okay, okay, okay. Did you run it with a oops. Did you run it with a Dragonflight or no? Dragonflight's probably the most expensive part for mine. What am I just I'm just getting fucking deleted, dude. It's the most expensive part because I feel like it's kind of necessary just for the extra gem levels because you I don't think I run with a level 20 SRS or Ray Spectre when I did it. So you need those extra levels just for their survivability against Katarina, in my experience. 20 jamming +1 on Helm. Okay, okay. I mean, that's, yeah, that would... A unique Arcanist box? What? Are my resistances like that fried? Oh, they are pretty fried. I did so many practice campaign runs, dude. I'm over them. I should have went and bench crafted some resistances at this stage. Yeah, those rolling magmas are destroying my 40% fire res. I would just run past them, but I want this box. I have 0 gear. I've done a terrible job of keeping up. I don't even know if this is worth the time, dude. I mean, there's no way I wouldn't open this on a league start, though. But holy shit, it's taking forever. That box is OP. Yeah, dude, that was insane. Pinnacle bosses fell out of that. Dude, these little stutters are killing me. Alright, I should be able to get specters now. I'm gonna go see if I need a new gem or not. What are we at? Level 4. Level 5, yeah, we'll take that. Oops. Oops. Shit, dude. L. I don't have a green gem to summon. Fire and lightning, I think, is what I want. Take some random shit. Perfect. Oh, actually, I want that. We'll drop the. Oh, what am I saying? That wand is cracked. Can't do that. Fuck, it's tempting though. Can't do that. Oh wait, I didn't give them resist yet. You don't need a bone ring or anything. I think they're like 2 resistance over capped right now with that wheel, and the +8 max res. I do believe they're sitting at like 85, if my memory serves me correct. I play Pathfinder Wretched Defiler this league, so I can start Peaconk. Yeah, I mean that would be a really strong league start. My only problem with that is I think Pathfinder is complete garbage late game. Like I haven't tried it in Exiles, but I messed around with the Pathfinder version a little bit, and I was not a fan once you actually get some gear on it. But um, the league start would feel a lot nicer. I'm going the wrong way. Acts 1 through 4 with this build are really bad. Not really bad. They're just like kind of not enjoyable. And then also yellow maps start to feel a little rough until you can pick up Forge Frostbearers. And Peaconk might help with that a little bit. Oh, we're fucking fully loaded here. I don't really care about that. I'm not going to use it. We're assuming they will come from Verisium nodes again. Yeah, I'm assuming. I'm hoping. I mean, there's really no confirmation on that other than, Settlers went core, and I think I remember them saying that you'll get nodes, but are they going to be as common? Um, Shit like that, It could take a while to get them. But yeah, I'm hoping. I am hoping for sure. I need some more resists, like, kind of bad. What? How do they get worse? I didn't kill a single essence, dude. Fire and lightning. Do that. I don't think this has. Didn't I pick this up at like level 1? Item level 10. Oof. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna get cooked as soon as I leave this act. This is gonna be a lot slower act through 5 than my advertised thumbnail. Probably a good 20 minutes slower. Getting caught up in Act 2 and just in general not paying as much attention. It's crazy how much different like reading chat is versus just playing by yourself. Soft core. Fuck yeah. Forgot to copy and paste that thing. I think I still have it. I gotta scroll back up the chat and find. Wait, are you still in here? I want to try that Forge Frostbear shit you were talking about, but I'm gonna forget if I don't copy it. Alright, I need to stop paying attention. Or start paying attention to stop catching random ass deaths. Yeah, quite a bit slower. Oh, not bad actually. I think that was what I did yesterday. Not as slow as I thought it was gonna be. The first 2 hours 19 minutes. That was a pretty good one, I think. I think if you can get around that area, you're in a pretty good spot. You can go a lot faster. Acts 5 through 6, and your gear doesn't really change after this. Holy shit. Try and get Feeding Frenzy linked through zombies. And faster attacks on your shield charge. And you go like twice as fast. My gear's really bad though. It's not. Oh wow. It's atrocious actually. You can get away with like 10 under, but that's pretty bad. Dorian is Wretched Defiler. Yep, that's the plan. That is the plan. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I'm going brain dead, dude. I've been doing so many campaign runs. What do we have here? Skitter bots. I'm kind of like half tempted to take this, honestly. I didn't do a single essence. Oh, I did. Minions deal 14. Oh my god, it's huge. Put skitter bots anywhere else? Not really. Oh, yeah, I can. Infernal Legion can definitely go at this point. Maybe I'll try haste. I don't think you can really put haste on though. I guess I can drop clarity. But I don't think you can do haste until I get the mana reservation. Oh, dude, it's Einar here. Lame. Dude, I have no resistances. Uh. Oh wait. Oh, it's not as bad. Oh, I didn't have as much in town. It must not have taken the ascendancy into consideration, I guess. Shit, dude, if they're this bad, I might actually pick up Purity of Elements here. This is a pretty rough start to the act. There's so much nasty shit in the beginning of this if you're uncapped. Is Twilight Strand? Well, you don't do Twilight Strand. You do Twilight Strand for the Lily. I think I like doing library better because your shield charge just goes half as fast. I mean, I might have been able to make up 10 minutes by the end just by getting a shield charge linked with faster attacks in Act 3, honestly. Um, but yeah, you want to run that Twilight Strand just for your access to your gems because you can pick up Feeding Frenzy now if you don't do the library. You can do haste. I've been messing around with this just for faster. Obviously, shield charge, but also your minions. And then something else that I can't think of. That might be it. Maybe that's it. Oh, faster attacks. That's right. Saying it like said it 10 times in the last minute, and then I forgot what I was looking for. Library's a lot longer. Yeah, I'm really on the fence with it on what to do, like whether to do library or not. I think if my resistances are this bad, they're at 50, I think, once I get in. But Purity of Elements might be worth picking up here until you get some of the better gear that you end up finding in these acts. Which you can get this in Act 3, but... Let's see. Oh yeah. Without the clarity. Drop skater bots though, I guess. But that's just, dude, faster attacks and haste is just so nice. Wait, where's my haste? Oh, maybe I don't have auras turned on. It feels like you just go twice as fast. You start doing like, I think I was doing like a 16, 17 minute Act 6, same with Act 7, and then the other ones are like around 20, 25 once you get your speed up. It's just insane. Your damage goes through the roof. At this stage, get your Feeding Frenzy up, linked with your zombies, carry on Golem up, and you just blast through. Most of the bosses are just a few seconds to kill. And you're pretty much chilling. Then around yellow maps, you'll start to slow down a little bit. SRS starts to feel kind of bad around yellow maps. in my experience. All right. That is all though for me. I already did 6 through 10 yesterday. I think it's a pretty solid. I mean, 4 hours. I can't complain about a 4 hour, even 4.5 hours. Pretty solid for a minion build. I'll take it. But yeah, I'll probably end it there. Give people something to practice along to. If you got, a 6 or 8 hour one, maybe you can try and watch it and mimic it or whatever. But other than that, I'll probably start working on some information for how to do wretched defilers. Give people some ideas on the transition and kind of the process on going from tier 16s and the 17s and then eventually Titanic Exiles and my flow and all that. But all right, boys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out. I gotta go get some food. I gotta pee like so goddamn bad. So I'll catch y'all next time. I will be streaming on League Start. I'm not sure if I'll stream again. I'll probably just do some videos up until then. But yeah, I'll see you all around. If you can post a 20 to 50 div budget defiler POB, that would be sick. I'm really scared to post a POB, dude, with that because it just if it gets any sort of attention, I think people will struggle to get there. But I need to play around with the Blight Amulet mostly. I need to play around with the 50% conversion amulet and see like what wretched defilers can feel like if you can't ever get an Eyes of the Great Wolf for like let's say a week or two, so that if somebody tries to, like somebody newer to PoE tries to play the build that they don't end up getting screwed over and have a bad league start. So just something less than a mirror. Yeah. I mean, dude, I think I did Titanic Exiles for around 40 divine. I feel like that was about what I got in for. Maybe even less. Somewhere between 20 and 40 divine. And the wand being the biggest cost there. So it's not like insane to get into. And once you're in Titanic Exiles, you're making like probably a couple of mirrors a day if you can play for like 8 hours, 10 hours, something like that. If you can only play for 3 or 4, then you're still looking at like a mirror a day. You make so much currency, and especially now with the town being complete already, all the 8 mod maps that you farm from tier 17 that you can't run for your Titanic Exiles, you can put them into the map device like immediately, assuming that you can pick up tier 10 mappers soon. And with those delirium maps that you put to your mappers, you get so many clusters, so many secrets of suffering. Dude, like that alone was making me fucking 10, 20 divine a day. Like, yeah, you just make shit tons of currency. So yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm sure more than likely 3 days in, somebody's gonna post a video about the new league mechanic and how they made 7 mirrors from it, and everyone's gonna flood over to that. So see how it all goes though. But all right, boys, I'll catch y'all later.